Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a very colorful chapter, chapter 9 of LR, which is a flower. Flower is the most attractive part of the plant, and flower is used in many auspicious occasions and celebrations. It can be used in wedding ceremonies, it can be used in birthday parties, it can also be used in the funerals. So it has varied uses. So flowers bring colors to our life. So in the next slide, we see the structure of a flower. Flower is the attractive part of the plant, as well as flower is the reproductive part of the plant. You can see in the slide that a flower has mainly 4 parts: the petals, the sepals, the stamen and the carpel. So petals is the colorful part of the plant which attracts the insects and the butterflies and helps in pollination. Sepals are basically used as a protective mechanism. It protects the reproductive parts of the plant. So the stamen and the carpel. Stamen is the male reproductive part of the plant and carpel is the female reproductive part of the plant. Stamen is divided into 2 parts, anther and filament. Here you can see in the picture, in the structure of the flower, the sac-like structure, red sac-like structure is the anther and the long yellow tube is the filament. And in the carpel you can see is divided into 3 parts. The globular part, the sticky globular part where the pollens come and drop is the stigma. There's a long filament tube-like structure which is the style, and ovary which is the enlarged basal portion of the carpel. So the ovary is the enlarged basal portion of the carpel which contains the ovules. So the ovary matures into fruits and the ovules inside it matures into seeds. Now flowers symbolizes many things. Daffodil symbolizes a new beginning. White lily symbolizes sweetness. Marigolds symbolize auspiciousness in offerings and happiness. In the next slide, we see the parts of a flowering plant. So what is a flowering plant? The plant that bears flowers and fruits is a flowering plant. So in this plant, you can see the flowers, yellow flowers, as well as the tomato fruit. And the fruit protects the seeds and flowers help in the reproduction. In the next slide, it describes the plant cycle. So flowers appears as buds and slowly transform into flowers. These flowers, they change into fruits which contain seeds. The seeds are protected inside the fruits. The fruit releases the seed. The seed contains a baby plant. When a seed gets the right amount of water, air, temperature and soil, it germinates and grows into a new plant. Now this new plant grows, again buds appear. From buds, flower blossoms, flowers change into fruits, fruits contain seeds, the fruit releases the seeds gets the right amount of water, air, temperature and soil, it germinates into a new tiny plant. Again it bears the buds and the cycle goes on. So this is called the plant cycle. Now flowers have different shapes. The petals of a flower gives the flower its shape. The number of petals in a flower can be 4 or 5, or some flowers may have 3 or 6 petals. Here the purple flower is bell-shaped flower. Its petals are flared. Then we see the trumpet-shaped flowers. Its petals turn back as the flower blossoms. So it has turned back. It is just looking like a trumpet. The next shape we see here is the salver-shaped. So salver-shaped, the petals widen into a flat face. Next picture we see the petals as globular shaped. Okay, the petals of this flower are globe shaped and they are fused. So the whole flower has a globular shaped. Next we come to the saucer shaped flower. This flower has an almost flat shape. The petals tips are slightly upturned. And in the next slide you see there is the orange color tubular shaped flower. Each petal is long and tube shaped. So these are the different shapes of flowers that you need to remember. Next we get the sweet smell from flowers. So here you see the picture of the rose. The rose oil is soothing and is often used to promote a sense of well-being, harmony and balance. The purple color flower is the lavender flower. It is used to produce the popular lavender oil that promotes a sense of general well-being. It relaxes both body and mind and brings about a good sleep. Now children, we are going to discuss the different uses of flowers in our day-to-day life. Flowers are used in paintings, especially the Mithila painting or the Madhubani form of art is practiced in the Mithila region of Bihar. This particular painting is made from natural colors like indigo, that is neil, turmeric, haldi. Colors from flowers and trees are used. So much color is there in this painting. Now flowers are eaten. Flower of banana plant and moringa. You can see the moringa flowers are white colored. People in Maharashtra love different preparations made of drumstick moringa flowers. In Kerala, a vegetable dish is prepared out of the flower of banana plant. The next slide shows the flowers used in medicine. Chamomile is a perennial type of a flower. You can see these white flowers which is mostly used in medicinal purposes. The flowers used to make scents. You already know that rose and jasmine are those flowers which are used for making scents. Rose and jasmine is known for its sweet fragrance, and the scents are also used for manufacturing of soaps and talcum powders that we all use. The next slide shows the colors from flowers. Colors are made from many flowers like marigold and zinnia. These colors can be used to dye cloth. The next slide shows the flowers used for decoration and making garlands. You can see this reddish color, pinkish color flowers. These are the oleander's flower. They are commonly used for making garlands. Apart from that, rose, tulip, rajnigandha are the flowers which are used for decoration and for making garlands. Garlands made of nerium are used for worship during the Onam festival in Kerala. So you can see here in this slide the garland which is made up of nerium flower. Next slide shows the flowers used for worship. The bright red color which you are seeing in the slide, this is the geranium flower which is commonly used in all temples. And the other flower is the lotus flower which is used for special pujas as they are difficult to find. Tulsi is also a most common flower that is used for puja in Kerala temples. So children, you can see flowers play a colorful part in our life. We have learnt about the plant cycle. We have learnt about the different shapes of flowers. We have learnt about the different uses of flowers in our day-to-day life. Hope you have found this chapter colorful and interesting. Thank you all.